Hey guys, welcome back. My creaky philosophers, my duct tape prophets of despair, my magnificent weirdos who still find ways to laugh in the middle of collapse. Hobo Yeti here, unshowered but spiritually radiant. And today I'm, you know, not exactly in my body. I just got back from the coast, and it's strange. Everything feels remote, like I'm watching my life through a fogged up window. I know these streets, these cracks in the pavement, but they don't feel like mine anymore. Not really. I don't have my rituals back, my sleep's off, my rhythm's gone. I landed a temporary spot, sure, but it's not going to work for long. It's just a patch of time, not a solution. I need to find a place. I need to see a doctor about this cough, and maybe the RLS too, because whatever this is, it's keeping me up and grinding my bones into powder. And even though I'm back, I'm not home. I don't have a home. And the place I used to tuck into, it's different now. People moved in, the bush line changed, the vibe's off. So here I am again, starting over, but not from scratch, from exhaustion. I'm 56, but you know what? I feel over 60. Easy. There's something no one warns you about when you're homeless for more than a year. You don't just fall behind in time, you age in it, rapidly, brutally. Homeless years are dog years, and after 2.5 years out here, I've racked up a good 15 or more. So today's episode is for anyone who's either over 60, feels over 60, or has just been through enough in this life to qualify for early emotional retirement. Let's begin. 1. Sleep isn't rest anymore. It's just horizontal pain. At some point, sleeping on the ground stops being a temporary discomfort and becomes a full-body negotiation with gravity. You don't wake up refreshed. You wake up wondering if you're still legally alive. I carry a foam pad, a sleeping bag, and enough existential dread to fill a Marriott. Doesn't matter. The ground has one mission: to remind you that cartilage is a luxury. When you're over 60 or just worn down like me, sleep becomes a gamble. Do I roll onto this side and risk the shoulder pop, or stay on my back and let my spine throw a protest rally? 2. Everything weighs more now, even the light stuff. I used to carry 40 pounds like a disgruntled mailman. Now, 10 pounds feels like a life decision. My body's doing this thing where it pretends it's made of rusted bicycle parts and old grudges. My new duffel bag on rollers helps, but stairs and roots and curbs still laugh at me. And don't even get me started on lifting a full water jug. It's like, hey, would you like to experience a hernia and soul-crushing defeat? Great. Here's 2 gallons of hydration. 3. You're not invisible. You're just assumed to be harmless or senile. There's a weird superpower that kicks in once you look old or tired enough. People stop seeing you as a threat. That can be a good thing in stealth camping, but it's also, deeply depressing. Folks see an older homeless guy and think, oh, he probably fought in a war or had a wife once. They don't see the fight still in you, they just see expiration, which is useful when you're hiding in plain sight, but it also cuts deep when you realize you've become background noise to the world. 4. The body has demands now, and you have no HR department. Digestion gets picky, your back holds grudges, and when the temperature drops, your joints file complaints in Morse code. You can't just power through like you used to. Every task becomes a triage operation. I literally have to weigh whether it's worth the pain to dig something out of the backpack, or just wait and hope the pain gets bored and leaves. It's not about convenience anymore. It's about damage control. You move slower, think harder, and sometimes just sit still, staring into the middle distance, like a glitching NPC, trying to remember why you stood up in the first place. 5. Camp setup becomes a tragicomic routine of diminishing returns. There was a time when setting up camp felt like, building something, like it meant something. Now, it's just a ritual of futility. You throw the tent up, lay out your bedding, and stare at it like you've just constructed a coffin you'll climb into before dawn. When you've done this 100 times, dragging your gear, checking for ants, re-pitching on a slope that didn't look slanted until your hips screamed, there's no joy left, just muscle memory and resignation. And when your body's already tired, that last zip of the tent flap feels like a cruel joke told by the wind. 6. You become your own weather report. Oh, that knee twinge? Rain's coming? That weird ache in my rib? Might be wind gusts later. We're not just living outside. We are outside. You become calibrated to the environment in ways you never signed up for. And when you're older or been doing this too long, your body stops warning you and starts scolding you. You don't get signs anymore. You get sentences. 7. Fear changes flavors. At first, you're scared of cops, of being caught, of being moved along. But as time passes and you age, those fears give way to quieter, more sinister ones. Will I fall in the dark and not get up? Will I get sick and not notice until it's too late? Will I be forgotten? Fear becomes less about danger and more about decay, less about what might happen to you and more about what's already happening. 8. Hygiene becomes strategy, not habit. You know, when you're youngish or just starting out, you can skip a few days and bounce back, but now, miss a hobo bath and your skin punishes you like an angry landlord. I have to plan like it's a military operation. Timing, supplies, bathroom location, clean underwear in the bag. There's no forgiveness after 50. Hygiene becomes war. 9. Hope starts getting conditional. This one's hard to admit, but hope changes. You don't imagine getting off the street in some grand movie moment. You start hoping for smaller things, a safe night, an unbroken tent pole, someone not staring at you like you farted in church. That's what survival becomes. Older folks, or aged souls like me, aren't dreaming big. We're dreaming tiny. And some days, even that's a stretch. 10. Your sense of humor becomes a survival tool. You laugh or you break. That's it. That's the math. At a certain point, you start cracking jokes about your own collapse because, well, no one else is going to do it. Or if they do, they won't do it justice. Humor becomes a form of defiance, a way to say, I may be cold, sore, alone, and older than I should be, but damn it, I'm still here, and I'm still funny. So yeah, I'm not over 60, not technically, but time moves different out here, like dog years, but meaner. And when your body's tired, your place is gone, and your rhythm is wrecked. It doesn't matter what your birth certificate says. You're old in the ways that count. I just need a little time to find my balance again. Maybe a new corner of the world to collapse into. Maybe just one night where the wind doesn't whisper that I've overstayed my welcome. I hope your road is a good one. And if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. Take care.